Nowadays, every footballer has an Italian suit and a mobile phone. It used to be different. Forwards used to be flashed and defenders used to sort out forwards. Sam Allardyce was a defender. So Sam, the new Reebook Stadium, what do you reckon?
Well, Jim, absolutely fantastic. It's my first time here at the Reebook Stadium, and I've seen it from afar, obviously still living in Bolton, and I've seen it progress over the last 12 months or so, but to actually come inside it for the first time, I'm thoroughly impressed with the whole setup.
Are you surprised that Bolton have made it back to the top flight? You had a great team at the end of the 70s. You had one little dart at the Premiership a couple of years ago which ended in disaster, but they were swanning about in Division 4 not so long ago, and the progress they've made, did it surprise you at all?
I have been surprised, to be perfectly honest, because I was caretaker manager of Preston at the time. We played Bolton. We actually drew that game 2 each. Bolton then went on to get promoted that year and have gone on from strength to strength from there, and I think it's all credit to everybody at the football club, really. I mean, the foresight of this stadium, with the directors and the council, the good management team that they obviously had then in Bruce Rioch and Colin Todd, and some wise spending, and certainly this time with the income and the Premiership money, and the fact that Colin Todd has picked up a couple of useful Premiership players and looking to even add to that squad, I think with this stadium and the squad they've got, they'll survive easily this season.
Now, after you left Bolton, you played for quite a few clubs, but is Bolton still the first result you look for?
Yes, the first result I always look for, and the club closest to my heart. My relationships in football are kept by the people I played with here, like Peter Reid and Mick Walsh and Paul Jones, Frank Worthington, Roy Greaves and Seamus McDonough, and all those players I regularly can keep contact with. And Bolton were a successful side really by the fact that Ian Greaves brought some good experienced players like Frank Worthington, Alan Gowling, Willie Morgan, Peter Thompson. But there was a young nucleus of players that came through together, like myself, Paul Jones, Don McAllister, Peter Reid, Neil Watmore, all those type of players, and we had a fantastic team spirit and a great blend. And you know, we went on to eventually achieve our goal by winning the championship, but it took us 3 years to do that.
Did you know that you were involved in something a bit special? Did you feel it coming together?
I always felt that the team spirit was a bit special. I think I was a bit naive to how much it meant to everybody in the town. People, even today, when I walk around the town, bump into me and say, "Big Sam, what about that goal against Sunderland?" And it's only later on in life that I realised how much it meant. As a young man, I just wanted to play football and enjoy my football.
When you were playing for Bolton, you were a defender, but you had a reputation for scoring fairly spectacular goals and getting them all on TV as well, didn't you?
People do remember those goals, and at the time of me scoring them, I thought, yeah, that's a good goal. But people in the future have now said what great goals they were, and you know, I'm really chuffed that people do remember them.
I seem to remember though your version of the celebration wasn't quite what it is these days. You didn't do duck walks and stuff. Nobody saw Big Sam Allardyce doing the duck walk, did they? No,
you probably saw 2 hands up in the air with a big smile on my face, and about 3 or 4 of my teammates on my back that I try and carry back to the halfway line. So you know, yes, we enjoyed every goal that we scored, and may I say, I mean, I think the celebrations of goals today are exciting me, and I like to see, you know, a little bit of foresight into celebrating a goal. Unfortunately today it can't be off the pitch because we might get arrested.
But when you're managing clubs, no disrespect, like Notts County, where you're picking the team, virtually marking the pitch out, when you were a player playing at the level you did, well, let's face it, you'd have been pretty cosseted, wouldn't you? Turn up at this time, we'll take you to the game, we'll put you in the hotel. Do you ever think, oh, flipping heck, I could do without this?
Sometimes, yeah, especially when I'm driving up and down the motorway, which might be like 11 and 12 o'clock at night when you've got to go out and watch a game. Not really, no. We don't even have a scout where we are. But you know, I've got to keep in contact with the game at every level as much as I possibly can, because my job rests on me bringing better players into Notts County, or developing young players better than we are. We haven't got any money to spend, and you know, my job is getting on the road and looking at players. And sometimes when you get back late at nights and you've had a full 12-hour day, 6 or 7 days a week, sometimes it gets a bit tiring, but the ultimate is the Saturday or the Tuesday night when the team go out on the field put up a good performance and come off with 3 points, and you know, that is one of the best feelings you can have in football. It's not too long ago that Notts County were in the old First Division, which is now the Premiership, and their demise has been very rapid, just as Bolton's actual success has taken off in the last 4 or 5 years. So Notts County is a big club. We have a 20,000 all-seater modern stadium built about 5 years ago, and my ambition is to get them as high as we possibly can, and who knows, maybe hopefully in the Premiership, but you know, one day I'd like to test my skills at this level.